Discussing the multimodal logistics, CargoTalk Digital Conclave brainstormed on the way forward.
Logistic costs in India have a higher proportion in the total value of goods as compared to the developing nations. In some estimates, it is said that the logistic costs in India are 13 to 14% of the total cost compared to other developing economies or nations where the total cost is about 7 to 8%. Who's responsible for designing and distributing this network of this multimodal transport? Is it government? Is it the private sector? And if it's going to be both, then where do you want to find the balance?
Organizations like ours should become an SRO. We have been advocating it for a very long time, which is a self-regulatory organization similar to what the chartered accountants have, etc. And where we work in conjunction with the government to ensure self-regulation and bring about the necessary changes, bring about regulations suited to growth and industry in a fair and transparent manner. We have more than enough capable people in our own industry to guide us and frame laws and regulations in a fair and transparent manner. And the government can always, keep a watch on it through their respective ministries.
Where, according to you, do you think now in this new so-called normal, in the emerging economies, how does the multimodal logistics system, will it really work? Does it really function? And what are we doing correct? And what are we lacking?
India already is a very low-cost operating country. Our operating costs are very low compared to the rest of the world. Looking at that, when we do a low-cost involvement of multimodal logistics, it actually doesn't really increase the cost as much.
How can you have multimodal transport more environmentally sustainable?
Sustainability is something which everyone's talking about, and I think in India we are talking probably the least, whereas the effect on sustainable practices is the highest on us. If you see, US intelligence report recently said that India is one of the 11 countries that are likely to be really badly affected with the climate change. So we have to think about it a lot more than we are. I think one part of technology, which is the ability for us to gather data and do a very scientific analysis of how we are able to make an impact, I think very important from a technological perspective. Use of electric vehicles, gas, CNG vehicles. So I think one thing is how do you currently measure what you're doing and how you're going to manage it going through with technology. So I think it's very important for us to measure it and then put in these improvements in place.